Welcome to live practice.
We gotta be better at containing the basketball. Let's set up in some one-on-one full court. You know the drill. Intensity. Intensity! Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, fellas, good practice. I need that same intensity out here consistently. The coaching staff will be around if you need anything.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they're facing a tough environment to tip off their new season. On the road, they'll have a lot to contend with as they try to go after win number one. They'll need all of that energy and excitement they can muster to cut through the noise of this crowd. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying we're built.
Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 5, Damari Carroll. Number 17, the big man in the middle. He's a 7-foot center from Lithuania. This is Jonas.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You can feel the energy here at Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup and going against Chicago, their first game of the NBA's regular season. Last year, they were humiliated in their matchup, losing every game in 4 tries.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another there.
Chicago, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. And Mirotic subbed in for Tony Snell. And it's Rose penetrating. And the Bulls with another miss. Raptors leading by 6. Cardinal passes to Johnson. Now here's Watson. He's tightly guarded. And he uses the glass on the way. Well, a bit of a tragic note for Freak. He'll be playing this season after the loss of a longtime friend over the summer break.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, and certainly going to be difficult for him to work through that. It's going to be on his mind all year. Never easy to go on about business as usual when you have that kind of heartache and loss.
Johnson outside. Back to DeRozan. Lets the 3 fly. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. And it's 13 points for DeMar DeRozan.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Rose goes in. Here's Mirotic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here is Cardinal. He's covered by Rose. Cardinal dishes to Scola. Great D that time from Gibson.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control a team's transition.
Corey Joseph's checked in for the Raptors. Mahinmi's checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Rose. Here is Cardinal. Brooks covering the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
He dishes it to Mirotic. Good, he hits the jump shot. Mirotic has got his second bucket of the night. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Here is Cardinal. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Bulls trail by 7. Now here's Brooks. With 2 seconds left. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question. I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate, the loss of a loved one or a close friend. And sometimes, even though it's difficult, with that kind of weight on your heart, the focus you have to give to the game can sometimes be a source of solitude because you really can't be thinking about anything else when you get between those lines. And sometimes that can be helpful in the process of moving forward.
Well said. Your perspective is always appreciated.
Appreciate that, Kevin.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a chance for just a second. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Passes it to Snell. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Dishes it to Butler. Out to the right wing. Here's Rose. Shot clock at 6. And that one comes up a bit short. Toronto's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Now here's Watson, defended by Butler. Watson kicks to score.
And taking a look here at the numbers on Pau Gasol. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season put up about 16 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Rose kicks to Butler. To the paint. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Gasol, he has 8 points and also a block shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
That free throw good from Gasol. Gasol hits them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Cardinal kicks to DeRozan. There's the dish to Scola to the inside. Raptors moving the ball around. Picked him clean. Outside Rose. At the elbow, it's Gasol. And again, Chicago. No good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Screen by Scola. Off the screen, and it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Pass to Gasol. Johnson with the block. 58 seconds left in the first half. Here is Cardinal, defended by Butler. No good from Cardinal.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Butler goes in. Gasol trying to free himself up. Shots good from Butler. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Raptors have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. So he comes up empty at the line. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. A wide open look for Gasol. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Here is Cardinal. And stolen by Butler. And the first half comes to a close. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams back. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mahinmi's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Tony Snell. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Watson, he's in at 3. Johnson is out there with Scola. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Cardinal in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. The Raptors have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. They set the pick. Now here's Brooks. D right on him. Here's Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Watson with it. Mirotic is there. Brooks grabs the board.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game. Here is Cardinal. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Here's Joseph. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 3. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the third. Feeds it to Mirotic. Johnson against Gibson. Here's Mirotic. Nails the 16-footer. Mirotic has got 8 points. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Here is Cardinal. Brooks covering. Puts it up from 12. They get the rebound. Scola kicks to Watson. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Johnson against Gibson. That one goes. Count.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Here's Brooks. And the layup's good off the glass. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. Cardinal passes to Johnson. Now here's Joseph. Covered by Mirotic. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical. Toronto with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Raptors lead by 2. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Toronto. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. So the Bulls 5 right now. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Butler and Snell are the wingmen. And it's Rose in at the 5. Butler on the wing. Fades away. The shot misses. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. To the inside. Here's DeRozan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Just a fantastic game for DeRozan. He's got 21 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
And Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball moves.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work.
You got to forget about that one.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
It was a very physical performance he turned in tonight. Just look at the number of times he got to the free throw line. Over and over.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
How much blame do you place on your teammates after not finding a way to pull out a win?
Good try, but I ain't falling into that trap. But to simplify your question, we didn't do what we had to do to win the game. Simple as that. And that's on every single one of us. Not me, not the rest of my teammates, everyone. And we'll figure out what we need to do to keep that from happening next time. End of story.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
Look, last year went by in a flash, so I ain't even thinking about it no more. It's about what I can do now with this team right here. Vic's gone, and sometimes I still can't believe it. But he's in a better place. And that has nothing to do with my play this season. None. So from now on, let's not bring up my past, and let's keep these things to basketball only, all right? I'm ready to take the next step this season, and that's all you need to know. Thank you.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Toronto Raptors. Checking out Toronto, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. Well, the Raptors have a good collection of scorers that can create their own shot when they want. If you're the coach, Shaq, and the game's on the line, which Raptors getting the ball?
I'm going with DeMar DeRozan. He can create space with his athleticism and get a shot off against anybody, Ernie.
Well, I'm going with Kyle Lowry. He's shown time and time again that he has the ability to knock down shots, and big ones at that, in tough situations.
I'll take either one. That's for sure. Almost game.
A beautiful sight to behold. Lady Liberty standing majestically over the waters of New York Harbor. This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. Last game for the Nets, they picked up a W against the Celtics.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Nets leading by 3. Outside Jack. Down low. Here's Johnson. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Fires for 3. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Lopez with the steal. 1:52 left to play in the first. That shot wide open.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Raptors trail by 3. Lowry up top, defended by Jack. The shot by Lowry, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Here's Tovkar. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Brooklyn making some changes. Robinson comes in for Brook Lopez. And Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Joe Johnson. The Nets shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Robinson passes to Hollis Jefferson. Picked by Bargnani. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Bargnani. And Toronto also making a switch. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Joseph kicks to Watson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, everyone knows that Freak is a product of New York, and whenever he is here playing, his family always makes the effort, Clark, to come out and see him play.
Yep, you can always find his mom and dad, Kevin, somewhere in the stands when he plays in New York, and that's understandable. They supported his journey from where it started to where he is now and continue to help him along the way.
43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Jack. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Here is Cardinal, defended by Jack. Watson up top. Fires from 18. No good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still and DeMar DeRozan, star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back. Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Nets leading by 3. Anderson is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. So that's the Nets 5. Six on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Jack's shot is good.
We're starting to get a little triple happen. Falling in love with that three-pointer.
Starting to cast him up a bit too often here in the second.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt. But still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Johnson dishes to Lopez. That one bounces around and comes back out. Raptors trail by 4. Outside Lowry. And he makes good on the layup. Lowry's got his first basket of the night.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Move the ball. Stick it to
Jack with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Johnson, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on DeRozan.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Lowry. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Johnson left side. No good. Great defense that time from Watson. The Raptors have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Jack. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jack's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets. Toronto's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Watson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw drops for Watson.
All right. Stay on him.
Both free throws good from Watson. Outside Jack. To the middle. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And that concludes.
And I'm
we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first two quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Guys, you've heard me say it before, but persistence pays. And it takes that kind of persistence to be a successful offensive rebounder. As a fellow glass eater, I know of which I speak. Those guys that rebound effectively don't give up on it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Substitution here for Brooklyn. JaVale McGee's checked in for Lopez. Bargnani comes in for Thaddeus Young. Robinson's checked in for Johnson. And Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Here's Watson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. Number one, the Nets.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
And the first one drops.
Woo, I'm allergic to missing.
He hits both from the stripe. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Outside Robinson, the pass to Bargnani. Baseline jumper, no luck. And Toronto will come the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And really, they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
We've got 1:48 left in the third. There's a screen by Robinson. And taken away by Johnson. Here is Cardinal. Knocks it loose. And Joseph kicks to Watson. That's short off the rim.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Inside, Hollis Jefferson, and he jams it with authority.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
58 seconds left in the third. Here is Cardinal. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
In transition, here come the Nets. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. And Watson has it in the corner. Nice open look, but it's no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge... Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. And for the Nets, JaVale McGee's checked in for Anderson. Bargnani comes in for Young. Robinson's checked in for Johnson. And Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Jarrett Jack. A new group in now for the Raptors. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Mr. Perfect comes in for DeMar Carroll. Ross, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. They've got Bargnani. Brook Lopez is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Thomas Robinson. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The Nets working the ball around now. He kicks to Lopez. And he slams it one-handed. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Screen by Scola. Pass to Watson. There's 1:40 left in the game. That's good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Doubled by Watson. Outside Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Lopez. He did all the dirty work that they needed. Whoa! And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Outside Jet. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know they're...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Brook Lopez. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
Just a dominant display by Brook Lopez in the post tonight. Lopez is a threat on multiple levels.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith,